Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel The Crochet Nest, Yarn and Hook Studio. Today I bring a very interesting tutorial for you, and today we are going to hunt type of styles, and first of all we will learn about the knitting needles. So this tutorial is especially for those who are crocheters and they are doing this crocheting for a long time and they also want to experience knitting. So this is specifically and specially tutorial for those who are especially doing crocheting for a long time and they are looking for a person who guide them how to do knitting with easy style of holding the knitting needles. All right. So first of all, I will guide you that what type of knitting needles are there. There are two types you can easily found in market. One is straight needles. You can see they are very straight and long, and they come in variety of different numbers like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Depends on the yarn you want to use. Some of the people use very thick number like 6 or 8 number with very thin yarn. So it doesn't matter that with what type of yarn you are using these um, needles. So there are different type of straight needles as well. This is number 3. You can see my focus camera. Here we go, number 3. So you can see the thinness of the needle as well. Next, the number comes like number 4. You can see number 4 mm. It is little bit thicker than the number 3 needle. So you can see the difference of both of the needles. Then comes variety of numbers. So if you go for the thicker one, this is number 6 mm needle, and you can see how thick it is from the rest of the two numbers. This is number 6, this is number 4, and this is number 3. Similarly, like straight needles, we also have a circular needles. These needles are attached with a very thin wire and it helps to hold your project clearly. So you should not lose it while doing the work. They also come in different type of numbers and thickness of the numbers depend on the number. Like this is number 4, I guess. Yes, it is number 4. The number is not written on it, but you can see this is number 4 and this is number 6. No, it is also number 5, I guess. This is number 5. It is little bit thicker than this needle. There is also number 3 here. See, number 3 is like this. So this is my ongoing project. You can see on it. So this is what the circular and straight needles look like. So those who are doing crocheting for a long time and they want to shift it on the needles, it's really fun. You are going to love doing knitting because knitting is some kind of addiction like crocheting. Those who are already doing crocheting, they are going to love it. So let me start. Today I will give you the tutorial on how to hold your crochet needles, because I was a crocheter and I started my crocheting with crochet hooks. So when I shifted on needles, like knitting needles, I started with the style of crocheting, the knife style. I hold my crochet hook like this, like this. This is a knife style, and this is the pencil style, the way you hold your pencil. So I hold my crochet hook like this, the knife style, the way you cut your vegetables and fruits. So from the beginning, I started like this. So when I shifted on the needles, I started working on uh, knitting. So what I did, I started holding my needles like this. So that is how my journey started with the knitting. So I have seen so many people who are struggling with holding the um, knitting needles in a very difficulty. They face very too much difficulty to complete or start their project. So this is for the absolute beginner tutorial for crocheters who want to do knitting, and I'm going to give you a cast on style, how to do cast on the needles. I'm going to use the circular needle because I don't want to lose my, I'm used to of making my things on the circular needles. This is more convenient for me, but it is up to you what type of needle you want to use. Both options are available. So I have also shown you the straight needles and the circular needles as well. So let's start from the beginning. um, any random yarn you have to start with. So whenever you have to start casting on, you have to leave a little bit thread at one side, like this. Okay, I forgot to tell you one more thing. You will be needing these markers as well. These markers are very much helpful in working, where you have to point out the increase and decrease especially. So these are the markers you will be needing. So when we start our knitting casting on, when we cast on our project on knitting needles, we will be leaving some of the yarn at one side. So make sure that yarn is enough, because this yarn I'm going to use on casting on the project. So I'm going to make a small cap. So I will be needing almost 80 stitches to cast on the needles to start a cap. So I'm leaving enough yarn at one side. You can see this much yarn I'm going to leave at one side, because this side yarn is also going to include in the project. So to cast on, I will hold my needles like this. This is my style. Up to you if you want to hold your needles like this. Most of the people are doing it. So I hold my needles like this. So to start the casting on our project, from the one side of the needle, I'm going to cast on. We are going to use both of our hands. Roll over the yarn on your finger like this. Roll over yarn on your finger. Roll over yarn on your finger. We are casting on almost 80 stitches for the cap. So we are going to start with roll over yarn on your finger like this. Simple roll over, no more rolling on. Only one time roll over one time. yarn over on your finger, then put the needle and then this side of the yarn we are going to put like this. We will turn like this, and this is going to come over your needle, and we are going to make a knot. This is the first knot we did. We will do 4 more times so you can see. Roll over the yarn on your finger, your left hand, like this. Put your needle in the yarn. Do not lose it. Keep holding off the yarn on the finger. Then hold your fingers on the yarn, on the needle. Then put this side of the yarn around the needle and come over like this. I'm doing it again for you. Roll one time, you have to do roll over yarn on your finger, your left hand. Put the needle inside the yarn and keep holding both of them together like this. Then we are going to put like this, like again I'm doing it. Roll around and put from your needle. There are 3 stitches. Again I am doing it. Roll the thread on your finger. We will hold the yarn for a little bit time. From this side, the yarn we left at the one side, we are going to roll around the needle and then we will close it like this. Again, roll the finger around the needle like this. See, it's very easy. Roll the finger, thread, and then you will keep going on like this for at least more time. So now I will take little bit speed because we have to take almost 80 stitches. So one more thing I will tell you how you are going to count your uh, threads, like your casting on. One, we will count 2 stitches together like one. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We have done 4. So when we calculate, we will multiply by 2 and we will get the actual number. So while this will help you in counting your number faster. So you have to carry on with the casting on your project. Side by side you have to come down to keep your distance from falling out of the project. You got it, that how why we left this much yarn at one side. So this was important. Don't forget to leave your yarn at one side when you start the project, because this yarn is helping us out to cast on. We will make a border of the cap with pearl stitch, and then I will give you the tutorial on how to do pearl stitch and how to do the normal knitting stitch. One more thing you have to remember, in knitting, the yarn consumption is less than the crocheting. I don't know why, uh, because whenever I have made something with the crochet hook, my yarn is consumed more than whenever I am doing a knitting. The estimated yarn, whatever I thought would be used, mostly I left with more yarn in knitting. So knitting needles take less yarn to complete the project than the crocheting. Though it seems like that knitting is little bit laborious, but when you get used to of doing knitting, you would love to do knitting more than crocheting. I have no idea why. It's an addiction. Both of the things have their own qualities of addiction, but knitting has some own values. And so I'm a little bit fast while casting on, because we have to cast on 80 stitches to start our project. Okay, whenever you see, I usually hold my yarn just like I hold my yarn in uh, crocheting. I started my journey of this yarn world with crochet, and I did crocheting almost more than 10 years. Then I started doing knitting. So I found this format of doing crocheting more convenient for me than normal style of knitting. So those who are struggling with knitting and they also want to do it, they can get help from my style of knitting as well. So let me count the casting on I did till now, so we can make sure that we are not going more than the required number. Let me check. And as I told you that we are going to do the two knitting together, two stitches together we will count. So this will help us to count our stitches quickly. So I will count two stitches at one time. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 and 30. 10 more we have to go to start the project. Usually we make our crochet cap from the top of the head, like the crown you can say, but in knitting we start from the bottom, like the head circumference. So this is the difference between the start of the project on both crochet and knitting. Let me give you a very interesting point. When I was not married, my I did the first project of my crochet knitting cap. I made a cap with pattern. In fact, that was the first project, and I put pattern in the cap as well. That was big achievement for me. So I put that cap for long time somewhere. But when my daughter was born, I didn't know that I made that cap for my daughter for a long time ago, and my daughter wore that cap for the first time. Like my first project was wore by my daughter. So that was so interesting and the most achievable point of my life, you can say. Let me count again. We will do again the two loops together so we can easily count quickly. We have to count till 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and this is the last one, 40. The casting is done. All right. So to avoid get disturbed by this side of the yarn, what I usually do, I cut it out after leaving little bit for sewing and then just cut the rest of the yarn, so you should not get disturbed by the side. Okay, now it's time for, after casting, we will do the start of the project, and that is purl stitch. Let me show you the purl stitch on my new next project which I am already doing. This is called the purl stitch. You can see the beautiful pearls are made on it. Have you seen it? I hope it's clear on the screen. The pearls are beautiful, and there are approximately 5 lines of pearls with the knitting. So let's start with the purl stitch. This is very important, how you are going to hold your needles. This is how I hold my needles. And again, I'm repeating this tutorial especially for the crocheters who do crocheting for a long time and they want to knit in a way they do crocheting. So all to all the expert knitters, I want to excuse first, because knitting world is beautiful and admirable, and this is how I learned to do my knitting, and I excuse for the holding of my needles and doing the project in a way of crocheting. Okay, I hold my crochet hook like this, and this is how I hold my yarn. Got it? So I'm going to follow the same pattern of holding the yarn and holding the knitting needle. So this is how I do my work with the crochet hook. This is how I do my crochet. Now I'm going to hold in the same way I hold my crochet hook. So this is my hand, I'm holding it like this, and then I'm going to yarn over and I'm going to grasp it with my needle, and then I will take one loop down the needle to take my first step. The first one is done. Hello to all members who just text me. The comments and the love you are sharing is important for me. Again, look at here. I will take, I'm holding in the same way I hold my uh, crochet hook. So this is how I hold the yarn in my crocheting. So after taking the second needle in the first stitch or the stitch you are working on, roll over on the yarn on the needle and then simply take it on this needle and drop down the stitch. So you are having the series of purl stitches. Again, again, it's easy, very easy. And when you get used to of doing all that, you will be doing it very fast. It's not like that you will take too much time to do that. You just have to make practice with your hands to get used to of doing these steps. See, easy. Simple. This is called purl stitch. The pearls are coming on the top, on both sides in fact. There is no front and back on the purl stitch, neither with the normal stitch as well. So the crocheters, stay relaxed and enjoy knitting as well. It's very easy. You can see how beautifully I am doing it and how easy it is. No need to worry about holding off your knitting needles or the style of holding off your yarn. It's the easiest way you can do your knitting if you are the best crocheter. So I'm going to make a border first with the purl stitch. I am bringing the project little bit closer to the tip of the needle, so I will be working very easily. The casting of the slipping off the uh, stitch would be easy for me, so I'm not going for more stretches here. So simply you have to do this, and that's it. I will bring my project more closer to the tip of the needle. For thick yarn you can use 5 or 6 number, but for thin yarn you have to use 3 or 4 number. I would recommend 3, like I used 3 crochet hook, just like you have to do with the knitting needles as well. So we are doing purl stitch on 80 stitches. This is called purl stitch in knitting. If you have any question, you can ask me in comment section. So I would be easily answer you if I know that you have any question or query in your mind. If I have skipped something to explain you. After doing the first row, uh, the tension of the thread is also already relaxed now. It was little bit stronger, like the stitches were little bit tighter, but in next row you will be more convenient to start and carry on with the project, and this will make your work more faster as well after the first row especially. So we are doing purl stitch for the border, so we will go for 2 to 3 more rows. You can see a beautiful purl stitch is already created. This is the first row we did. So we are carry on with the next row in the same pattern. I don't know how many of you love the ticking of this. It's really rhythmic. I love it. Okay, bring your yarn forward like this when you will start on the next row. Your yarn should be at your side, like towards facing towards you, because we are doing only purl stitches. So for purl stitches I am repeating, you have to put your second needle on top like this, like this, and your yarn will be on the top of the needle as well, from the working area, from the front side. And when we will be doing the normal stitch, you will do or put your needle at the back, and then I will guide you how you are going to stitch like this. I'm sorry to all the knitters, please, because this is my style and I find it more convenient for me to do with it, and I love to do knitting. I recently got a passion for knitting as well. This is something really beautiful to do. I don't know what type of satisfaction you get in doing knitting. There must be some reasons behind it. This is the second row we are doing, and I'm trying to be more fast. But those who are joining me right now, I just tell you that we are doing purl stitch, and this is the style for the crocheters who want to do knitting like a crocheting. They don't want to switch too much in doing knitting. They just want the crocheters who want the easy way of doing knitting in a pattern of crocheting. So this is how I found this pattern, and I am making wonders with knitting as well. You can do so many patterns in knitting as well. You can put so many shapes and graphs as well. So this is how we do it, and I'm trying to be fast. See, easy. For the purl stitch, you have to remember you will put your needle on the top of the needle. This is purl stitch. So I am making the border of the cap with purl stitch. The second row with 80 stitches is done. Okay, I just couldn't do the last one. If this happened with you, you just put back on the needle and you will continue with the stitch. Don't worry, you can just adjust your work if your stitches fall down. You simply have to take it back on the previous needle and then okay, you can see pearl stitch beauty is that you get the pearls on both sides. This is how the work is turning out. After two more rows, it will be clear, a beautiful border. This is knitting. Sorry, this is crocheting, and this is knitting style. So the closeness of the stitches and the fineness of the stitch or whatever we called it comes in knitting first. You can see this is the beauty of the knitting. It's so mesmerizing. Okay, we will do again. Bring forward your working yarn, bring it on the top of the needle. We will go with two more needles and two more rows, and then I will give you a guideline on how to do the normal knitting stitch with crochet style. So we are back on the purl stitch first because we will complete two more rows. So let me finish it first easily so I can guide you for the next. we are doing purl stitch on 80 stitches that we cast on previously, and after doing one more row we will go for the normal stitch. So I will guide you how you are going to do it. In normal knitting, we usually go with one row with the normal stitch and the next row with the purl stitch. Reason, in this way we will get the same pattern for the front side of the project. Come to the next row. Now I will just show you how much we have done. It seems like it's slow, but it is not. See how beautiful pearls are there. This is purl stitch we are doing. The beauty of knitting. I will bring my yarn forward like this at the front side here, and for the purl stitch, remember, always remember, we will put our second needle on the top of the needle. And then we will start the purl stitch for the fourth row. Usually the big borders look good on the project, so let me check whether we will go one more row or not, because it seems like a small border to me. clicking of the needles are very beautiful. You feel so relaxed. The last stitch of the next row, and let me check for the border, is it enough or not. Almost this much border would be for the cap. I hope it's good. This is going to be a style of a cap from the bottom. So hello new members. Okay, without wasting time, let me guide you the normal stitch now. Till now, till fourth row, we were doing the purl stitch, and our thread was on the top of the needle, like towards me, like towards facing towards me. So it was here on the purl stitch. The thread was on the project. Now for the normal stitch, I am going to put the thread at the back like this. It's now at the back. So what I'm going to do here is in purl stitch we were putting the needle on the top. Now for the normal stitch we are going to put the needle at the back. So this is how we are going to make the normal stitch. From here project is going to change. So after taking your thread at the back, hold the yarn just like the way you are holding your yarn for your crocheting. Put the needle at the back of the project. Take it just like you take from like a crochet and do a normal stitch. I am repeating it again. Take it from the back. Put the yarn on the needle and take it like you do it with your crochet hook. I am repeating again. Take your needle at the back, take the yarn like you take your yarn for your crochet hook. Take the yarn on the second needle and drop down the take your needle from the back, take your yarn like you do your crochet, and simply you have to take like you are doing your crochet. See how easy it is. You are not needing to put your thread on the needles. You simply have to hold your yarn like this, like you hold it in your yarn in your crocheting. Put your needle at the back like this, grasp it, take out, grasp it, take out. I'm doing it again for you. This is the easiest stitch you are going to love. Easy and fast. Bring your project near to the needle, then yeah, simply. So easy and simple. This tutorial is not only the tutorial, it's a gem for those who are learning and looking for doing knitting with crochet skills. See how easy it is? If my circular needle is smaller, like there are circular needles made specifically to make caps, so or round projects, like in one go you can make your cardigans as well. So my circular needle is my the string is little bit longer. If I had the smaller circular needle, I would prefer to do my knitting in just this style to avoid the pearl stitch style, because this is I am more fast in, so I can complete my project within seconds, not in seconds, in few hours. That was just for a joke, you can say. See how easy it is. You just have to grasp and just take out the thread from the needle. Those who are looking for a tutorial in which they want to learn knitting and they are a good crocheter, this is the best tutorial you will get to learn the knitting style or knitting in a crochet style. So it's a gift to you, all the crocheters. You can learn knitting in seconds, in few minutes, very easy, and you can get it on your hands within few hours of practice. And this is how we are doing it very fast. See how easy it is. There is no needing to move your thread as well. We are just doing it in one stand. Here we did the first stitch. This is the normal stitch we did. This is the normal stitch if it is visible on the screen. Now in the second row we are going to do the purl stitch again. Reason is that we want this normal stitch for the rest of the cap. So for the purl stitch we again bring the thread forward here at the front side, and we are going to put our knitting needle on the top of the first needle, and then we will start the purl stitch. The clicking of the needles is mesmerizing. This is the purl stitch we are doing right now, and we will continue like this for several lines until we get the desirable length of the cap. It's winter, and it's such a nice hobby to do while sitting in a couch in front of a heater or a fire in a cozy environment and do this lovely project for yourself or for your loved ones. This is the purl stitch we are doing. Don't forget to bring your project a little bit nearer to the tip of the needle so it will easily uh, drop down from the needle. As I will go back on the front stitch, so I will guide you again how to do that, because purl stitch you have learned a lot today because our border was also on the purl stitch. Alright, we did the pearl stitch, and now we are going to back on the front stitch, that is a magic stitch. Okay, here, look at here, the stitches are now prominent. The normal stitch is now prominent. Got it? So that was the border we did, and now we are doing the normal stitch. So in this way you will know that at coming towards the front side you will do the magic knitting. I called it a magic knitting, so that is very fast, that's why. So I'm going to do the magic knitting now. So put your um, needle from the back and take out your loops just like you do in the crocheting. So the first would be a little bit tricky because you have to take it like this. So it will be very fast when you will be doing it. So it's a magic you are doing, and it's especially for the crocheters who do crocheting and want to do knitting. So this tutorial is bringing this magic knitting for you in just few tricks you have to do and learn knitting in instant, or you can say in a very short time. So why call it a magic knitting? Let me show you. This is the reason of doing the magic knitting. Keep your thread at the back and just take it like a crochet you do in crocheting, and your project will end very soon with this magic knitting. You can see how beautifully it is turning out. The project is now started going up in a pattern we were looking for. Now we are now at the back side. Here we will do purl stitch again, and purl stitches like this. You have learned enough today how to do purl stitch and how to do a normal stitch in knitting for the crocheters. Okay, one more thing. It just came across my mind that if you are going to use the longer knitting needles, that would be difficult for this stitch that we are doing right now, like a crochet style. If you are looking for crochet style knitting, then you should opt for these circular needles, because the length of the needle is little bit smaller than the longer needles. The straight one, you can see, um, it's ending in half of, in fact more than less. Till here you can see this is the total size of the circular needle. Rest is the wire, which is helping you to work on. So that would be more easier, because I have never used these longer needles. I usually complete my projects on the circular needles. So definitely it's an option for you. Go for a circular needles if you are looking for knitting, especially to those who are crocheters and they want to opt a style of knitting in a crochet style. So I would recommend you to go with the circular needles, with which the wire is attached. So these things are available in market easily. You just have to go ask for the thing and you will get it. So the purl stitch is done for another row. Now we are going to start with the normal knitting. This is the magic knitting, I called it. You can see. Now let's do the magic knitting. So this is magic knitting you are doing, the crocheters. I am directly addressing you that this is a magic knitting I have just give you the tutorial on, and you can do it at home anytime after watching my tutorial. The crocheters who want to do knitting and they are having trouble in doing it because they are crocheters for a long time and they want to doing a knitting in a crochet style, so you can learn it from my channel, from this tutorial. It's a blessing for you that you are going to enter in knitting with the crochet style of knitting. So don't miss a chance to watch and learn from this tutorial, and you are going to be a very good knitter as well. Why not to explore this side of yarn field? This is a very beautiful hobby you can opt as well. I usually find the crocheters who do knitting as well because we have craze for this texture of yarn and these needles and the crochet hook. So this is what the craze we have to be with them all the time. So those who are looking for knitting style of crocheting style of knitting, sorry, so they can learn it from my channel, from this tutorial. It's a very detailed tutorial on which you are going to get many tips to start knitting. So watch from the start, those who have missed it. I have explained the needles of knitting, then how to cast on, the basics, and then the holding of your needles like crocheting. So here we go, we can knit as well. The crocheters, nothing is behind us. If you have a will, then nobody can stop you, or no hurdle to that task. Be more energetic, come forward, and bring this knitting thing in your life as well. So I'm doing a purl stitch again for the next row. And after that we will do a magic knitting one more time. So you should learn it properly how I am doing it. So this is how we have done the purl stitch for the next row, and now we are going to do the magic knitting. Magic knitting is very easy. Look at the stitches we have already done. So here we go with the magic knitting. As you know, for this knitting we will keep the thread at the back of the needle, and then we will start our magic knitting. Simply you will take from the back and do the magic knitting. This is called, in my world, magic knitting, because it's not taking too much time to do it. It's simple and easy. Watch my full tutorial for understanding of magic knitting and the purl stitch as well, casting on, and the understanding of needles, of knitting needles. You will learn a lot in this tutorial. Especially this tutorial is made for the crocheters who are doing crocheting and want to enter in the field of knitting as well. So this tutorial is specifically for the crocheters who want to do knitting in the pattern of crocheting. The holding of the yarn till casting off and casting on, everything is easy for the crocheters. So we did with the magic knitting, and it's easy. So I guess this is enough for today's tutorial. You have learned both of the stitches, the purl stitch and the normal stitch in knitting, how to cast on, and how to do the knitting with in the pattern of crocheting. So I have given my best in this tutorial that you should learn, and that would be easy for you to understand how to do the knitting with the hands. Those hands are doing crocheting for a long time. So thank you for joining me for the tutorial and liking my work, appreciating it, and keep watching my channel. We'll see you again. Bye.